Hi guys and welcome along to this video series on Circle 2 from Future Audio Workshop. My name is Larry Holcomb, aka Get to Know, and I'm going to be taking you through the features of this amazing plugin. Now Circle 2 is a 4-oscillator synth and it's got analog oscillators, wavetables and also these VPS oscillators alongside noise sources and feedback. We've got loads of modifiers and modulators to work with and also some really spec'd up effects to further fine-tune the sound. Now in this first video we're going to talk a bit about the interface and also the presets. So let's dive in and have a look at the interface. Now the interface is split into 3 sections. We have the top panel up here, then we have the main panel in the middle, and then we have a panel at the bottom which includes various different pop-up menus which will then bring up a new display with various other parameters in there. So let's take them in turn. So this is the top panel. Now first of all, if we click on the logo here, we can put in a code to activate. And it also shows us the version. I'm running this from the Splice installer. We can also reinitialize a patch or initialize a patch. So we've got a blank canvas. We've got save and save as here. We have our preset menu and presets contained within this little drop down menu here. We can choose what MIDI channel we want to receive on. We can MIDI learn parameters. And then we have a little master section and a little level meter here as well. Okay, moving down to the main panel here. We have our oscillators, of which we have 4 here. We have a noise section, then a feedback section. We then have our mixer at the top here. And then we have some effects that can be changed to different things. This is a pre-filter effect, which pass into the filter here. Then we have a post-filter effect. And then we have the output section here. And then moving across, we have our modulators, envelopes, LFOs, and sequencers. So we've got loads of options to be able to change the sound. Now on the bottom panel here, we have patches, which is where we can go through and filter to find different patches. We have the keyboard section, which includes an arpeggiator here and some different options to change the way the keyboard's going to work. We have a settings tab here with various different settings for the plugin. Then we have our effects tab here. We have loads of effects to choose from to add on to the sound. And then we have a control section, which is where we can manage our MIDI control essentially. And that is the bottom panel. Now the presets can be accessed from this little menu down here. So we can choose them simply by clicking on them. Now we can also search via banks here as well. So we can narrow down our search to include different banks. We can choose a style as well. So we can say we wanted a 70s sound or a 2010 sound. Type. And then class, so different types of sound. So there we're just listening to organ sounds. We can also favorite a sound. Once we do that, we can search for our favorites from within here. So that's how we can load up our presets. Now also, when we want to save a preset, all we need to do is either save or save as. If we wanted to overwrite this preset, we could save it here. If not, we could save as. And let's give it a new name. I'll put my name in. I'll put a new test in the notes. Click save. And then if we come up to our presets, let's search. Let's just take this search off here. You can see we've got our preset loaded in there. So we're going to come back to presets when we have a look at patches, preset management, but we'll leave it there for now. So to recap in this video, we had a look at the interface and also the presets. So the interface has got 3 main areas: the top panel, main panel, and the bottom panel. We talked about what we have on the top panel and also our main panel, which is our sound design kind of area really, which is where we have, let's just close that down. We have our sound sources, including our oscillators, noise and feedback. We have our kind of modifier area here, which has got mixer, 2 effects, pre and post filter, the filter and output section. Then we have our modulators that allow us to manipulate patches by modulating parameters using envelopes and LFOs and sequencers, and they're located on the right. And then at the bottom we have a kind of pop-up bottom panel, which is where we have patches, keyboard settings, effects and control. Okay, so now we've covered the interface and also how to save a preset and where to go to try out different presets. In the next video we're going to have a look at our oscillators, the sound sources of the plugin.